This is a tutorial I've been saying I'm going to do for a while. I just want to get everything ready to do it. Practice with the method a little bit. We're going to be using graphite powder to make a chrome finish on figures. This started out as Walgreens Silver Surfer. That's just a bright shiny silver. Now he is absolutely chromed out. I accomplished this with Cretacolor Graphite Powder. Very simple method to use. I'm going to go through all the different steps. You can use it different ways to get this type of finish. It's a little more elaborate, but I'll talk about that within the tutorial. What I'm going to be using for the tutorial, I have the old Toy Biz Silver Surfer. I cleaned up a lot of the sprue marks, had some scuffs and scrapes, so I gave them a nice coat of silver, clear coated the mount. Be a nice little desk piece when it's done. Tighten up all the joints with some kiki. Also, too, I'm going to make it like an unleashed Colossus using the extra AOA Build-A-Figure. So I'll be chroming this piece here and some weapons, various different stages. I'll show what it looks like with different finishes. And what we're going to need for this, of course, is the Cretacolor Graphite Powder. I'll put a link to this where you can get this in Amazon. Put a link down below. This thing will last you a long time. There's a lot in here. You need some rubber gloves. So you can see I'm just handling the container. I got it all over my hands. And some Q-tips to help blend into tight crevices. Some paper towels. And a very important thing, a respirator. Because this is a super fine powder. You're not even thinking about it, you can inhale this stuff very easily. Also, too, I suggest get a box to do your powder, applying your powder, because this stuff is messy. It goes everywhere. And an old paintbrush to help apply the powder to the figure or part you're going to chrome. Now, let's go ahead and set the figures aside. Blending sticks too. Blending stubs that you can get for like 4 charcoal art. Those are handy to have. Let's go ahead and just get her gloves on. Get her box out. Where we're going to be doing her powder. Respirator. May sound like Darth Vader for a while. First up, let's do some work on a couple weapons. This is one of the machetes that came with the Mr. Negative 2-pack and his goon. I haven't done anything to this. This is the way the part comes. It's got a semi-gloss finish to it. We'll see how the powder does with that. This is a Master Universe Classics power sword. I had some issues, like a molding defects, and I fixed that and repainted it silver. Just a basic silver, no gloss coat over top. We'll see how it handles with this. Let's open up our powder. First up, let's do the machete. You want to dip your brush into the powder, work it onto the part. You want to rub it in just a little bit, apply a little bit of pressure. You won't see much going on here until we start polishing. Take a paper towel and start rubbing it in. And you want to apply some pressure to it. You see it starting to shine up. More powder gets working here. This is, like I said, this is without putting any kind of clear coat over top of the part. The clear coat will, the shinier the part, the better it will react. with the powder. So that's about as far as we're going to get shininess without doing a clear coat, which you can actually do multi-stages and make this look like even more shinier. And for the power sword, let's put some powder on it. Where this is a nice even silver. Your best results be over glossy silver. A lot of people that does the graphite powder stuff, they say you use gloss black. I've tried gloss black, and it's not a chrome-like finish like we're thinking about. We think in our heads when we think of chrome. It is super shiny, absolutely, but it's not chrome. Now this is going to work out a lot better over top the silver base. That I didn't put any clear coat over top this sword, just the Tester's lacquer silver from a rattle can. You can already see how shiny that's getting. It looks like metal. I was talking about the blending sticks, the blending stubs. They're really good for getting in the nooks and crannies. And we have a beautiful metal-like finish on that sword. Looks beautiful. Now, let's try this on Colossus. I painted the Age of Apocalypse body the same silver I used on the sword. And we're going to see the effects too over the black. You can see with the, and I clear coat it after that. You can see with the clear coat, it's already looking very chrome. Just by brushing on the powder. And we get the darker effect over top of the black. Yeah, fresh paper towel. Start polishing. Look at that. That chrome shiny finish. That is gorgeous. And having the base black, you get this black chrome. It is a beautiful finish. The more you buff, the shinier it gets. You see, back is the bright shiny silver, but the front, you get this nice reflective chrome finish. Let's go ahead and finish chroming him out. It's good too about having, like I said, it's messy, and plus you're catching your graphite powder, or you're not wasting it when you're using a box like this. And I will eventually do the entire Colossus figure. I don't know if you can catch it on the screen, but while I'm dusting this on here, there's a powdery smoke like coming off this. So you definitely want to have a respirator. You need, if you're going to be doing any kind of aerosol paints anyway, you need to have one, or airbrushing. easiest method I've found for chroming figures. Plus it is super durable. And if it smudges, just polish it. You don't need to seal it. There's no sealer needed for this. You just rub the powder on and buff it. It's a beautiful chrome finish. Now in the nooks and crannies with a blooming stub. If you don't have bleeding stubs, Q-tips work just fine. I'll get one. Actually, they're a little more durable than the stubs. Now, the stubs get wore down pretty quick for this kind of thing. There we go. I think that looks good. We have a beautiful chrome finish on this Colossus torso and head. This is after applying clear coat, silver to the torso, clear coat over top of that. Cleaned up the Marvel. This is a Marvel Select Colossus head that I cleaned up, took the seam lines out, touched the paint up, then touched the hair up and glossed over it. You see, the gloss is the key to get the super shiny finish. If you want a true chrome look to it, it needs to be gloss coated. And it is beautiful. But like I said, gloves are necessary. But once it's done, you wipe it down. The stuff does not come off on your hands after you make sure you get all the residual powder off of it. It won't rub off in your hands. Now, if you got sweaty hands, that it could come off. But as it is a nice, durable finish. And it's absolutely gorgeous. Same way, we have the Silver Surfer. We got the old Toy Biz Silver Surfer. We got the old Toy Biz Silver Surfer. And like I said, I cleaned up a lot of the sprue marks off of them. Didn't do the best job for what it is. It's Toy Biz. It's got issues with the design anyway. But I had some scuffs and scratches, so I hit it with the same Tester's lacquer metallic silver. Then clear coated over it with a gloss coat. So I got a nice smooth finish. You can see it's super shiny. Very silver. Yeah, but it doesn't look anything like chrome, but it's just very silver. Shiny silver. This is going to benefit greatly from this technique. Let's go ahead and just get my mask back up and start applying the powder. Be very liberal with adding the powder, especially you got to catch things, so you make sure you get it really covered. You already see the chrome finish coming out onto the figure. It's good to have like the Q-tips and the blending stubs to, like I said, work into the muscle definitions, the crevices of the figure. Now we just start polishing. There we go. We have a chromed out Silver Surfer. Knock it off his face. Yeah, all the powder. Turned out beautifully. Put it on the foot a little bit. One gorgeous Silver Surfer. We got him chromed out. Let's go ahead and do his board. Simple as that. Got a nice shiny surfboard. I'll probably go ahead and just after this, I'll apply another coat of clear. Then I'll do one more polishing on it, and we'll get a beautiful chrome finish. Okay, let's go over what we did on the tutorial. We chromed out some weapons, chromed out the Colossus torso, did the Silver Surfer, did surfboard. I also want to show what it can do over top different colors. With the machete, as you can see, I didn't put any gloss coat over top of it, but it still gives it like a nice metal sheen, so you get like a really more of a metal look to the weapon. Should have masked off the handle, so I got a little bit there, but you can use like a Clorox wipe and wipe off the excess. But I do recommend like masking over like I did the Colossus if you're going to do anything that's already got paint on it or that you don't want the graphite powder on. Use some masking tape. That looks really nice. That's over top the factory paint, no clear coat. And on the power sword, I had painted silver with a metallic silver from Testers, a lacquer. Then polished it out. It's a beautiful metal finish to it. And if I go over this too with a clear coat and do a second coat, it gets even shinier. You'll get the previous Silver Surfer did. This is 2 coats. I cleared my surfer, polished it out, hit it with some clear, then polished it a second time, and I got this wonderful mirror chrome. So you can see nice reflections off of all that. With the Colossus, I sprayed it with the silver, clear coat it. I'm not going to do 2 coats on this one. I love how this looks, the finish on it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Nice shiny chrome on the Colossus. That head looks wonderful. And the Toy Biz Silver Surfer, this looks amazing the way it turned out. Took the old Toy Biz design and be a great desk piece now. Beforehand, I did kiki all the joints. Toy Biz figures do get super loose. When I say kiki, I use a joint to fix. It's called kiki. And I went through and treated all the joints. Sanded down the sprue marks. Then hit it with a base silver, then clear coat it over top of that. And apply the powder and polished. And we have a gorgeous Silver Surfer. You can do it over different colors too. I did the Age Apocalypse Iceman. Clear coated the body. Then applied the powder, and I get this beautiful, shiny black ice effect to it. It's turned out wonderful. Before, it's like, it was almost too translucent before. It's still got, you can still pass light through it. It's still translucent. But you got this beautiful shiny sheen over the top of the entire figure. It is gorgeous. And I had an extra knockoff Spider-Man 2099. And the knockoffs are super flat, dull. They're great figures. The construction-wise, heck, they're better than the official figure. So I had an extra one, so I hit some clear coat over top of it. Applied the graphite powder. I get this really cool dark blue chrome effect to it. It's such a great handy tool. Plus, you don't have to worry about chipping, anything coming off. And like I said, if it dulls down, if you got sweaty hands, and it comes off, you can just reapply. It's very easy just to grab a little powder, buff, and hit it with shine it back up. But I've handled this and nothing comes off. It is not going to come off the figure. It stays shiny. And if it does, you just go and just buff it out again. And like that. It's a great technique for chroming something other. Plus, I like the Molotov chrome pins and stuff. People have talked about those, and that stuff takes forever to dry if it does dry. I would recommend this over top Molotov chrome any day. Like I said, there's no need to seal it. I've handled several of these, and I've done this too. Nothing comes off. If you're looking for a easy method to chrome your figures, this is what I suggest. This is super easy technique and beautiful results. So I'll put a link down in the description down below where you can get the graphite powder. That's all for this one. I'll catch y'all next time.